And it looks like we're live. Hey,
Yeah.
everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to these cozy reading sprints. I made myself extra cozy. I'll show you guys. Like, I lit candles. Look at this cute
Wow.
mug. I mean, you can't get much cozier than that. So, welcome, everyone. I am joined by two lovely guests today. Am I frozen?
No. You are now.
Okay, I think my internet is back. So this is going to be fun. I'm joined by two lovely hosts for now, and then Sophia will be joining us later. So just go ahead, Sam, and introduce yourself, and then Abby.
Hi, I am Sam. I don't have a booktube. I have a much neglected Instagram, but I am the one that Abby and Bish always talk about when talk about night study, or when we are reading. What were we reading? Forgetting Moon and Blackest Heart. Me.
Yeah.
I am Discord Sam.
The first cantor in Alan's.
Oh.
Yeah. The secret buddy reader that just sits in the background.
Yeah. This is my first time ever on camera, so forgive me.
Finally persuaded you.
Yeah.
Maybe this is it. You're going to start your booktube channel next week now.
No.
Well, hi, I'm Abby from the channel Abby Salter. I read a lot of fantasy generally. However, I've been in very much a fantasy slump this month. So it's been a bit of a romance-heavy month. But I am reading some fantasy this evening. I'm reading the third book in the Wings of Shadow, the Crown of Feathers series. And I have about 150 pages left. So nearing the ending.
My internet froze. Sam, did you say what you were reading?
No, I completely forgot to say what I was reading. I am reading Royal Assassins, so book 2 in the Farseer trilogy. I am blasting through it. I'm halfway through Royal Assassin now.
You're halfway through it already?
I know. I've just been binging it. It's like when we were reading Forgetting Moon and I just like sped ahead. Yeah, I'm addicted.
And the thing is, this gives me hope, though, because you were like me and you weren't a massive fan of Assassin's Apprentice.
No.
A few years ago when you read it, like me, and then you've reread, and you've done a 180.
Yeah, because I read it about in 2018, and it wasn't what I was expecting it to be. I was expecting it to be very light, very fluffy, like cutesy, like castle fantasy. And there was a castle, and that's about the only thing that there was. It's very I don't say gritty, but not grim. It's just everything's very hard fought, and it wasn't what I was expecting. And I was like, "This isn't what I want," so I was just grumbling at it the whole time. But this time, I knew what I was going into, and I enjoyed it so much more.
Well, hopefully I have a positive experience when I give her a second chance as well and try Ship of Magic.
I keep on freezing, but I just heard that you're loving it and you didn't like it so much the first time. So I'm just so happy that people are loving her books. I love Royal Assassin. I thought Assassin's Apprentice was good, like really good. I heard so many bad things about it that I was actually surprised by how much I enjoyed it. But I wasn't. If I hadn't heard all those negative reviews, I would have said, it's okay. But then Royal Assassin blew it out of the park for me. It was so good.
Everything that was built up in Assassin's Apprentice like comes sort of to fruition in Royal Assassin.
Oh, Sam, you need to start sending me messages about.
He's sending them to me and Bish, and we're just like, that's great, Sam. Are you having fun?
Whereas send it to me and Sophia. We've both read them, so yeah, that's so cool. I will be reading. I'm Joanna. You're on my channel in case you're lost in translation. So hi, and I'm currently reading Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. So I have roughly 200 pages left. So we'll see if I can finish this tonight. I'm also immersion reading this, so maybe, who knows? What is everyone in the comments reading?
Fish, I'm very surprised that you're awake.
Yeah. Fish, what are you doing with your life?
I know that she has an essay to write, so it's crunch time.
Do you want to join us, Vish, and write your essay with us? Or are you about to go to bed? Cool. Well, I'm glad you guys are. So how far are you into it, Sam? I didn't hear it.
I'm halfway.
Halfway.
Yeah, like 48% or something.
So maybe
I
you
feel
won't
like
finish
you
it.
were on like a quarter of the way through this morning or something.
Yeah, I read about 25% today.
Already.
Dang.
But this is the thing, I have like an hour walk into work where I just listen. And I try and get up an hour early in the morning so I can read, because I tend to not be able to read in the evenings. I struggle. But tonight will be good because I have motivation. But usually, like, I'll read like a page or two, and then I just want to watch TV or go to bed. So I try to read in the mornings. If I really like a book, I will read on my lunch break. Yeah, so that's how I've read like a quarter of a book.
Nice.
I've read 0 pages
good
so
luck,
far
Vish.
today, so
That's what I can't speak. That's what this is for.
yes, to get me from 0 pages to more pages.
Yeah.
I read just a tiny bit. I read like 12 pages, something like that today, so not much. Let's see. Oathbringer. Yeah, part 2 is quite slow. I'm excited. I was reading House of Lee's. Yeah, no. Don't. Julia Marillier. Oh, that is very. I need to read that because of you, Jolene, because you always talk so well about her, and you love Robin Hobb, so I trust your taste. So probably I need to do a taste test on Jolene because I feel like I would love the books. Yeah, second dose. Good luck, and good luck with your essay. And I wish I was reading. I'm at work. That is a little bit more sad. Yep, I understand that. Are you in the US? Because I feel so many people are like, oh no, I can't join because I'm working. So, but we can now read. So,
Yeah,
how
we
long do you guys
survived
want
the work day.
Yeah.
Yes, we have deserved this break.
Weekend now.
Oh, in Canada, yeah, that makes sense. Cool, cool. So, how long should we go for?
30 minutes.
Sure.
All right. So let's say until 40. I wanted to say quarter past, but then I realized it's not correct quarter. It's 40, so it would to 40. Whatever.
Okay.
I got you.
This is I haven't had any alcohol, I swear. So this is already interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. See you guys later.
Bye.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And we're back. How'd it go?
I read 2%.
Yay!
But it's a big book, so
Yeah.
I read 30 pages.
Yeah, I think I did as well. Have you guys read Ninth House?
yes.
Yes.
Love it.
I just got to.
I think we have very similar thoughts on it, that we both really liked it.
And want more.
I just got to the part where we find out what happened last summer. Ooh, that was hard to read. So
I don't know if you saw, like 2 minutes after we started, the TV remote, which was just here on the side, I must have like sat back and relaxed, and this TV remote went flying off, made this massive sound as it hit the ground, and I was like, I full on like jumped up, like, what is going on?
Spooky.
And then I was like, oh, it's the TV remote. So I've safely put it not here.
Yeah, I've kept everything on the floor.
Alan was saying hi.
Hey,
I
Alan.
couldn't say because he was in between classes, but he did want to say hi. So hi, Alan, if you do still watch us.
Hi and bye.
Hi, bye. Yeah. Hello, baby. Hi, Amy. 23 pages of Assassin's Apprentice. That's awesome. What are you guys reading?
I'm reading Royal Assassin, and I'm loving it.
I'm reading Wings of Shadow, and I'm liking it. I'm nearing the end. I feel like I'm at the climax.
Oh, okay.
Nice. We interrupted you at the right
It's
time.
It's all very dramatic.
Nice, 26 pages. Yay, Evie, what are you thinking? I'm excited to hear your thoughts on Assassin's Apprentice.
It's a bit of a hop.
It's a hop along.
Yeah.
It's a hop along. Hello. Chapter 4. Yep.
Yeah.
I wish I knew. I would have started my ship. Sophia, start my ship. Cool.
Yeah, no, Hobbit's not on the cards for me for this month. Maybe 2022.
Yeah, not for this year, Abby, I was going to say.
This month, this year, no.
Especially the live ship traders, because they're all chunky books, aren't they? Like,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the first one's
So
chunky.
good. So good.
How far along are you in Realm of the Elderlings, or have you finished them all?
No, I've just read, the last one I've read is the first live ship, so Ship of Magic.
Oh, okay. Nice.
If you're fast, maybe you can catch up to Sophia and I and Buddy read the rest of the Elderlings with us.
Possibly, but I want to read with Abby as well. So it depends.
And then we'll wait for Abby.
But yeah, and I'm skipping to Ship of Magic, not Mad Ship. That would be a bit too much of a skip. Yeah, so I'm thinking early 2022. I will.
This is pretty accurate.
I was saying to Abby yesterday on my walk home, like in the space of that walk, I cried and then also was grinning like a Cheshire cat. So much.
I read The Hobbit this month, so I didn't read Hob, but I read The Hobbit.
Perfect.
But that was earlier this month.
Her books are like, they break you. They're just sad.
Yeah, they are very sad books.
If you think about it, Fitz is like a kid, like a little kid, you know? Like if this were happening to an adult, you'd already be like, oh, this is terrible, but he's a little kid.
Yeah.
Poor Fitz.
I have a book to open. Is it okay if I open it? I came home.
Last unboxing, do it.
Okay. It was my Goldsboro book. It arrived in the post, but I literally got home with enough time to like shove food down my throat and get on.
So yeah, heartless.
Seriously. I added you to the Vox. Oh, Sam, that's for you.
Yes, please. I don't know why I sound so like happy about listening to you.
I want to hear you cry.
Yeah, I want to hear you cry on Voxer.
I'm very excited about this book because you didn't tell us what it is, so it's like
Oh,
extra mystery.
I can't remember what it is. All I remember is it was sci-fi, and I can't get this back. Thing is, Goldsboro, like they mean business when they wrap their books and they wrap them.
This is their monthly one?
That's how much like.
Dang! I wish they'd done that for my Empire of the Vampire that I got yesterday from Amazon. They ripped the thing apart.
Oh, Amazon are the worst.
Yeah, nearly settled. Excited to see it.
They want to protect it.
Yeah, well,
good thing. Steve was right.
Oh, it's naked with a.
Oh.
The actual star by. Oh, I'm gonna butcher that. Monica Byrne, like Rose Byrne. Oh, no, it's too bright. Is that better?
Yeah.
Is it back to front?
And it had sprayed edges.
Yes.
Beautiful. So much fun.
Lovely emerald green, and then it has.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have no idea what it's about. I think it's kind of like foundation in that it spans like 1,000 years.
Okay.
Or something. I might be making that up.
I feel like they pick books that I've never really heard of, the Goldsboro book box.
Yeah.
That's awesome though.
They just announced their December book and I haven't heard of it. It's it's like a 1920s sort of like Great Gatsby, but with robots and automatrons.
Ooh, that sounds cool. I love Great Gatsby.
Oh.
Oh, and it's signed. Nice.
Yeah.
Is it? Steve is asking if it's a subscription.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took me like 6 months to get off of the waiting list.
Dang.
But I got in there in the end. It's pretty.
Super pretty. You'll have to let us know.
Sam only allows like the prettiest, the hardback, the special editions. Only those books can belong on his bookshelf. Not even a paperback can grace Sam's shelves.
Oh, no, I have 2 paperbacks. You saw them.
They were special edition paperbacks with deckled edges and a special flap.
Yeah, they're deckled edges, but those are my peasants.
Like, is there a way that we can see your shelves?
Possibly. Let me.
I do love the way your apartment looks or your house. I don't know if it's.
No, I've only got the top 2 shelves. They're empty.
It's got space, unlike the rest of us.
Yeah. Space for not that you can probably see what any of them are, but I dare not move my laptop because there's so many things plugged into it right now.
That's awesome. But
yes, I believe the Goldsboro box is always fantasy or science fiction.
Yeah, it's always fantasy or sci-fi. And I think you can cancel. You can skip. I think twice a year or 3 times a year.
Do they let you know the book beforehand?
Yes. So it's about 2 months beforehand. So they just announced December's.
That's kind of cool because when you have those like the Fairy Loot and Illumicrate and stuff like that, if you're already anticipating those books, you don't know what's going to come like months in advance. So if you pre-order the books and then they're in in those boxes, you're like, oh no, and I've already pre-ordered. So, but that one sounds really cool because it's always like underrated books. So that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam, you shouldn't have showed us your shelves apparently.
Only special edition hardbacks.
Watch out, Evie.
If it's got a sprayed edge, the better.
Now that I'm reading and loving Farseer, I'm eyeing up the Folio Society box set for them.
You did?
It's so pretty. Oh, yeah. I know I haven't got them. I'm very close. I need to pay off my. I'm still paying off the
John Gwynne ones.
John Gwynne ones because I keep on forgetting that they're on my PayPal.
You need
But
to
yeah,
show them to
but
me
I
when you
really,
get them.
those Farseer ones are beautiful.
I'm very
But then there's
sorry,
also the
Sam.
illustration.
I'm very sorry, Sam, but I did see this was like a year ago. The not leather, but the cloth bound Assassin's Apprentice, the whole series in the charity shop.
Oh, really? Was it the blue ones or the blue ones? They're really hard to get now.
Yeah, I didn't get them, but
Yeah, I think so. The Folio Society ones are red cloth bound, and then they've also got the illustrated versions out. There's so many versions of this trilogy. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any
there's
deluxe
none of the
edition.
live ship.
Huh?
They haven't done
No.
like special editions of the live ship ones, have they?
No, they just seem to repeat Farseer and then none of the rest. But hopefully, because I know that the illustrated editions have been really popular, so hopefully they'll do the whole series.
I do love paperbacks for reading, but those books are so beautiful. Like hardcovers, especially the special editions, illustrated. Like I have way too many A Song of Ice and Fire editions of books. It's a bit sad. Like I'm still gonna make a video about all my editions because I have a lot of them. It's a problem. But the illustrated ones are so beautiful, but they're so heavy. So
have you seen the Folio Society ones for A Song of Ice and Fire?
I own the first one.
Oh yeah, they're stunning.
It was like it cost me a rib, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy the first. I really want to get the other ones, but they're so expensive. Plus, shipping to Luxembourg is ridiculous. It's almost as much as the books.
Jimmy unboxed them all this week.
I didn't watch it because I wanted to cry, so I didn't watch it. No, we're not canceling Sam. We're buying more books.
Oh.
Do you know what the December book is?
What's December's book? It is. I got the email. Let me find it. It's called Absinthe by Brendan Belfort.
Ooh. Is that the Great Gatsby one that you were mentioning? Or was that the November one?
Yeah, that's the Great Gatsby one.
Cool. Ugh, the Subterranean Press ones are also beautiful.
They're impossible to get hold of.
Yeah. I saw someone sell. Oh, sorry, go for it.
Oh no, it's just that Andrew was telling me that he saw them going for like $600. But they are pretty. They're probably the prettiest.
I saw someone sell their Subterranean Press books. I think I told you this, Abby, before, of Malazan, the whole series, like what is it, 10 books or something? And they were selling them for $13,000.
It's ridiculous.
I was like, who has this kind of money? Hello, Andrew.
So just before we came on here, I had the TV on, hence why the remote had its big moment where it fell off the sofa. So I was watching the TV and the news came on, and they were doing this whole like it's the 20th anniversary since the Harry Potter film came out, the first one. I'm like, 20th anniversary, okay. And so they were like 20th anniversary. They showed some of the film clip, and then they were like, oh, we're going to go to the museum shop of the graphic designers that did loads of the bits and pieces. And then they were like, they moved on from that, and they got to we're doing this new special edition because there aren't that many special editions of Harry Potter. And I was like, BBC, I think you've got your facts wrong.
Yeah, I think you're confused. They bring out a new edition of Harry Potter.
There aren't that many special editions of Harry Potter. I think you need to try and find
it's one of the staples of Christmas.
That was ridiculous. Yes, they have. They have split them into. I didn't watch it. I would be too sad. Hello, Andrew, indeed. Yes, they have. Hi, and... Okay, good. We're caught up with we're not caught up with the comments. Klaus is awesome. Okay. What did you do to him, Klaus? Because this is he holding you at guns point or something? Andrew, you need to tell us. I haven't watched the Jeopardy video yet.
No, me neither.
When is Jeopardy? Sunday or tomorrow?
This weekend.
Klaus will let us know. Yeah, apparently. And
especially
generally
Sunday.
But sometimes they are
To be fair, I
With
looked
Harry
up,
Potter,
I looked up the
yes.
edition. I did look up the edition they were doing, and it was like illustrated, and it had like flaps and like things that you could move in and out and things. So
How far along are they with, like, you know, the big illustrated editions?
they're up to 4. So they've done 4 of them.
Because I always wondered, like, the later books get dark, like really dark, and like when the first couple of books came out, it felt very like you read it to your children, like that kind of style of book. And I was just like, what are these illustrations going to be of?
And I think they'd have to split it into 2 because it would just be like,
Yeah.
Or there'd be like one illustration in it. Oh,
Oh.
I didn't get those. They were also very heavy and stuff. So
I have them.
nice. I wanted them because they're super pretty, but no.
Are they abridged?
No.
Okay.
Did you guys get the? I think I know for a fact that Vish got them, but did you guys get the Jade City special editions?
No.
No, me neither.
But then I didn't really. J City. I don't know if I read it at the wrong time, but it didn't grasp me. I was sad. I was very sad.
I'm sad for you.
Yeah.
Sad for you too.
Yeah, no, I just, instead of getting the UK paperbacks, I have been getting the normal US hardbacks. So that's my, like, a bit more of a splash out than what the UK are doing, because I have a UK like really oversized paperback, so it's like the same size as a hardback for the first one. So then I was like, well, I can't go to I was looking around the UK and they only had like normal sized paperbacks, and I was like, well, that's not going to work. So I've got a hardback of the second one, and I'll get a hardback of the third one.
So Klaus owns all the Harry Potter ones, but only the first one was worth it. And then Andrew and Klaus agree that Jade City isn't the best. Andrew,
Well, you are wrong.
Klaus, you're wrong.
You're wrong. You're
It's a
wrong.
lot.
You didn't
So I
read the book
remember-
properly. You read it
Yeah.
wrong.
Wasn't it a shelf space book, or it was like an additional book?
It was an additional one, I think. No,
'Cause we're all
obviously.
reading at the same time.
No, obviously that is not what I think. Like you I'm sorry you don't love the
You're
book.
calling him a snowflake, Abby. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're such a snowflake for not loving Jade City. And as my comment just said today, there is only one way to read a book.
Yes.
I
I
was like,
clearly didn't read it properly.
no. Well,
She's
well,
the Lord
that's-
Ruler. Do you really want to argue with her, Klaus? I wouldn't if I were you.
No.
man.
I'm very
nervous.
sorry that you unfortunate souls did not love the Greenbone Saga.
I will say that reading Assassin's Apprentice and loving it has inspired me to pick up some other books that I've DNF'd. Except for Rage of Dragons, I will never pick that book up again.
You did. So, funnily enough, my video for tomorrow is books I've changed my mind on.
Nice.
Dune is not included.
Are those
Yeah.
books you didn't like and now like, or liked and didn't like now don't
So
like?
it's both ways.
Okay.
They're not really like changed my mind. It's more like shifted in opinion. So like going from like giving it 4 stars to 5 stars because it just stuck with me, like the memorability of it and how I just keep thinking about it. So I feel like I've increased the rating. Or ones where I might have given it 3 stars, but actually the only thing that's sticking with me is like the bits I didn't like. So was that a 3-star book or was that a 2-star book, and like lowering it, or rereading it and having a different opinion.
Yeah,
I look forward to watching.
I'm very excited. You need no self-control. I love this.
Wow, we're reading Tab Williams next year, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah. I can't even remember the name of the series.
Dragonbone Chair.
Dragonbone Chair. All I remember is that
It's
Jimmy
long.
had so much about it in the Forgetting Moon chat that we all decided to read it.
Yes, I do want to go see the film. I don't know when. Like, it's not as I'm there tonight, but no, maybe sometime next week. I don't know.
An awesome dictionary. Evie, no.
Yeah.
Evie, yes. Green Angel. Oh, yes, you are reading Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn. Oh, Sophia is here. Hello, Sophia. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, you can get in on it, Evie. I don't know when we're reading it, but you can join us.
What, because it's been out in Germany for so long?
Yeah.
Already.
Oh, I should have removed this banner. Sorry. How are you, Sophia? Welcome.
Yeah, I'm all right.
Introduce
home,
yourself
rushed
and
some
what you're
dinner.
reading. Like people don't know you.
I'm Sophia from Sophia's Thoughts, and I haven't figured out what I'm reading yet. So
A book.
A
a
book.
book. Yes.
Bye, Andrew.
Bye.
Have fun. Well, you can join us for the buddy read. And what
Pride and
what are you
Prejudice?
watching? I would be surprised if Klaus were watching Pride and Prejudice. I don't know why.
I'm trying to think like what British film is out in cinemas now.
Oh, in cinemas.
Yeah, the one that's got. It's just bombed in the.
Oh,
Like-
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bond.
Oh, Bond.
No. Oh, Bond, of course. Yeah, I said bombed, like BOM.
Yay! This makes me very happy.
Melvin got really aggressive all of a sudden. He's playing a video game with his friend, and all I hear is the F word. So I'm like, Are you okay?
He's probably just
Well,
died.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just froze, so maybe he lagged and died and was really cross.
Did I
You
freeze?
can hear Leigh, he's literally over there on his game as well. Yes, you keep freezing, Joanna.
No, I'm not surprised. I couldn't use my hotspot anymore because I used to use it, and then it told me you no longer have any data left. I was like, oh. You mean Jonathan Strange? Or Ted Williams?
I'm so intimidated by that book. Like,
Don't
Jonathan-
be, it's
I wish I
great.
never saw it in the shop. Because I bought it on Kindle and I was like, yeah, I'm going to read that. And then I saw it in the shop. I saw how thick it was. And it's just intimidated me ever since.
I think I will try Piranesi before I'd even think about reading Jonathan Strange. My
I
mum,
heard they're like cheese.
yeah, my mum says she's reading Piranesi currently, so I might pick it up, because she's already got the book. I'll pick it up when I'm next back at hers.
Mhm.
I love that book so much. That is a
I
book
liked
where
it too.
I first read it and I gave it 4 stars, and then I kept on thinking about it, so I gave it 5 stars retroactively. So good. Cool. Do you guys
Yeah,
want
I
to read?
mean, Jonathan Strange is not for everyone.
That is, I believe.
Neither is Piranesi.
No.
Well, my mum said she thinks I'll like it.
I think you'll like it.
The hardcover is very pretty for Piranesi.
Yeah.
I think you can still get it. But the paperback is out now.
I don't know what edition. I don't know if my mum got the paperback or the hardback. Probably the paperback if she's just started it.
I agree with you.
I imagine.
Nice. Should we read for a bit?
Yeah.
Have you picked a book, Sophia?
Pick a book.
I'll probably just carry on with Wheel of Time.
Oh, Bill, pick something new. I don't know why. I'm not excited for you to read Wheel of Time, apparently.
I finished The Girls I've Been this morning, so just carrying on with The Shadow Rising.
You don't sound very enthusiastic about
No.
it.
Well,
Sounds
the
like
thing is it's
You're making
like,
it sound like a chore.
that's the thing, like the middle of Robert Jordan's books, I'm always just like, get to the point already. My goodness.
But don't you need to hear about this female character's dress?
I don't need to hear about Nynaeve pulling on her braid. anymore, please.
And it's only book 4.
I didn't realize until Patrick told me was that his wife was his editor.
Yeah.
I didn't
She's the one who
realize that. And I'm
contacted
like,
Sanderson.
no wonder the books got a bit woolly. Because she probably couldn't bear to tell him that
I thought you meant
he needed to
Patrick's
cut
wife.
bits.
Patrick's wife was an editor. She would
I
be.
thought Patrick's wife was, and I was like, wow, like he's got connections.
While she was like an 8-year-old or something.
Yeah.
That's a wife.
Bon appetit, Klaus.
Sorry, that was my, it's Friday. It's been a long week.
Oh boy.
And that's how the slog happens.
I've been like, I have these days where I'm like, maybe I could read Wheel of Time. And then I have the majority of the time where I'm like, nope. And then every time I have a blip, I have like Patrick has said to me, he's like, Abby, you will hate it. And I was like, okay, that's what Patrick has said. And like some other people, they're like, Abby, I don't think you're going to like it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to trust in them. Like, I won't read Wheel of Time. But I just feel like I watched Prue's Project's like vlog where she just read it and she like binged it in 3 days and really liked it. And I was like,
how? Meanwhile, it took her like a month to read Rhythm of War. I'm like,
she's still not finished Rhythm of War.
I don't understand.
And then I just feel like I'm going to watch the TV show and that's going to be like, I'm going to want to read it. And then I just have to keep reminding myself. Don't.
Yeah. I feel you.
Like Lord of the Rings?
I haven't, well, I never finished Lord of the Rings.
Oh, right, okay.
I tried. There's too many songs.
Good thing Klaus is going to eat his pizza.
Klaus will
No, my dad read me Tolkien's books as a child, and we read The Hobbit, The Fellowship, and we never finished The Two Towers. So I did hope to like reread and finish them this year, but I don't think it's going to happen it's not going to happen. Maybe next year. But I did reread The Hobbit this month, and I really loved that. So
There is a new special edition for Lord of the Rings out that has
Cool.
great images. It's pretty.
But you could have a special edition, or you could have my edition, which is falling apart.
I wonder which one I'll pick.
I wonder.
Yeah.
The beautiful shiny hardcovers or your paperback that's like dead.
It's delicate. It's sensitive.
It's a snowflake.
The Hobbit is really sensitive. Like the cover like falls off.
Oh. Yeah. Well, since these are technically reading sprints,
Oh yes.
Probably reading.
I think I'm frozen. I'll wait.
When are we going to?
Am I back? I'm back. Okay.
Yeah, back.
Should we go read for a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Should we go until 50? Make it a 40-minute sprint, a 42-minute sprint
Okay.
for Klaus and
Yeah,
comments.
go for
Cool.
41 now.
41. All right. See you later.
Let's bring it back to that.
Hello, hello.
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 How is everyone?
Good, thank you.
Sleepy.
I was starting to feel myself go as well. I was like, oh, nice cup of tea and with the candles. And oh, what if I just fell asleep? So how much reading?
Well, I have got a fresh glass of cold water to wake me up.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, I should do that too.
I need to get some water actually.
I'll let you if I come back live.
I finished my chapter like a couple of minutes before the end, so of the sprint. So I was like, right, I'm just gonna get myself together a bit before starting another one.
Yeah. I finished
I read-
right on the dot. Sorry, you were saying?
Oh, I just said I read 4%. So
Nice.
Yeah.
I read 40 pages,
nice.
Same.
and I have 70 pages left, so that's 2 sprints worth.
Cool. We will do at least. So how many 70 pages? I have 100 pages left. That would be 3 sprints.
You can do it.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I had started this when it came out, but DNF'd it because it was triggering my anxiety. But this time it's just really, really good. I'm really liking it. So like,
And then I'm going to start The Love Hypothesis tomorrow.
oh,
I was literally thinking of starting that just now.
What perfect timing!
Yeah. Wait,
I was
maybe I'll start
thinking
it
like,
too.
because I was thinking like, you know what is really not helping me with not falling asleep? It's Robert Jordan's writing is really not helping me with not falling asleep. Do you know what
Yeah, I
I've
watched-
realised? Like, sorry, go on.
Go for it.
I was just going to say what I've realised in this last sprint that I don't like is that
Robert
like
Jordan.
so much of the time
You got the ages though, don't worry about
is his characters figuring out what they should do. I'm just like, I know this is like
it.
hot kettle coming from me because I can't make a decision to save my life, but just make a damn decision already because it literally will save your life. So come on, can we just get on with it, please?
That makes sense.
I've
What book
read
are you
book
on? What
1.
number?
Huh?
What number
What
book are you on?
4.
So you're not at the slog yet.
You haven't got to
No.
the slug.
The thing that worries me more is that this is most people's favourite. I'm
Yeah.
like, if this is the favourite, what? What? I don't understand.
Maybe have you own the whole series though, don't you? I was going to say maybe just stop.
I bought them all.
You're crazy. I love it.
Well, it's because I really, 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 really did not want those stupid Amazon Prime stickers on like all of the books.
Yeah.
Your
Maybe
last
you
chapter.
could
Fair enough.
sell them and advertise them as books without the Amazon Prime sticker.
Yeah, but I mean, Angela is right to a certain extent. I do kind of want to get to the Sanderson ones.
Yeah.
That's a long way to get to, though.
I know.
Just to get to Sanderson.
Just read a recap of the first 10 books and then you read the Sanderson ones.
I mean,
Probably not a lot happens since a lot of that is a slog.
Can you imagine if Robert Jordan's listening right now and he's like, cheers.
Yeah.
My books is for when another author takes them over.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at least I'm reading them.
I really want to read that series. I just
Don't.
well, no, I read books 1 and then I got to partway through book 3 and then stopped. And then I read books 1 to 2 and stopped. And then I read books 1 and stopped. So I'm just slowly. They're just.
I mean, to be fair, book 3 was a bit of a slog for me.
I want to like them, and I don't dislike them, but I also don't particularly enjoy reading them. It's not that they're bad, and I'm like, I can see this is good, but I don't get enjoyment out of. Like, I'm not thinking about it when I'm working or like trying to go to sleep and like thinking about the characters. I'm just, yep, down. Don't think about it until I pick it up again.
I think that there's many other epic fantasies that I want to read. Like, I want to keep going with the Stormlight Archive. I'd like to read the Live Ship Traders, the Shadow of What Was Lost, the Blade itself. Like,
Yeah, I want to read those too.
like all of those. When I'm thinking, like, there's loads of other fantasy, but when I'm thinking about like the epic ones,
Yeah.
like those ones take priority over wanting to read Wheel of Time.
That makes sense. Because otherwise, you have all these books that these huge series you're in.
Yeah.
And,
Still
like,
need.
trilogies are hard enough to finish some of the time.
Agreed. And then Wheel of Time, 15 books. Yay!
Yeah.
I was gonna start it in October. No, in September. In September. And then I kind of flaked on the Buddy Reader Organized. So it was that.
You did. You set up a whole WhatsApp group and everything. And you're the only one that hasn't read any of it.
I know, but I couldn't force myself. I was basically reading romance in September, so you know.
Like I've done this month.
I know. And you know what? After you told me that you were going to read The Love Hypothesis, I had interest in that book. And I was like, you know what? Abby made me want to read it. So I was looking up some reviews. And then I found out that the main character is, I think they said demisexual. That's what I heard. So I was like, Sophia, you need to read it. And she's like, yes. And so now we're all reading it.
There's so
I hadn't
few
heard
books
that.
with it.
I mean, I heard that she's like a graduate scientist or something.
Yep.
That's all I really seem to know. And that it's had rave reviews from everyone that's read it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, do you know what?
Do it.
Purchasing audiobook right now.
Oh, that's good for me to know.
It is good for you to know, is it not?
It is.
Magician. I read that one. I never continued.
You probably will have finished it by the time I start it tomorrow morning if you're starting it now. But when I read it tomorrow, I'll let you know my thoughts.
I'll probably.
I think it's quite short.
I won't read it all tonight. 11 hours and 8 minutes.
You got this.
Which two times.
That's too bad, Jolene. But you like Hobbs, so it's fine.
Is 4.5 hours.
Yeah, you can
So
still finish
definitely
it.
finish it tonight.
Oh, I'm excited.
finish
Now
it
that you guys are both reading it, I want to read it so that we can discuss it.
Join us. Once you finish Ninth House and I finish this.
Let's.
But
And then,
you
Sophia,
need
we
to
start Empire of
read
the Vampire.
Skyward, Missy.
Yeah, I know.
But the romance. It's the romance.
Listen, romance is. I'm currently reading Spoiler Alert, and I'm like, why is this? Why is this making me smile? Why am I so giddy? Hating game was like.
That's
Yes.
That's the book that is coming in the next Illuminati Afterlight box, which is not a spoiler because they announced it.
Spoiler
maybe
alert.
it's the other one. It's one of those. Yeah. I think
she's got a new release.
Yeah, it's a sequel to Spoiler Alert.
it'll be the new one. Okay. So I need to read Spoiler Alert then too.
It's really cute, but it's very like inspired by Game of Thrones, as in like there is a show in the book that is almost like Game of Thrones. Like the two books aren't out yet. The author isn't writing them. The last season of the show is crap. The actors hate the last season, but are not allowed to talk about it. And so it's like, I wonder where you got
So
the
I don't need to
inspiration
actually
from.
know anything about Game of Thrones.
You don't know any, huh?
I don't need to know anything about
No.
Game of Thrones, though.
It's just like the comparison is like, oh yeah. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, it's really fun. I've been loving romance. It's so fun.
So we're influence.
Yes, it's all yours and Vicious' fault. Yep.
Well,
Being
I've
in the-
burnt myself out on YA fantasy anyway, so
How many have you read this month?
it's a good question that I do not know the answer to.
She's a reading machine, so.
I feel like Sophia's going to come out with, I've read 13 YA fantasy this month.
Definitely not that many. Definitely not that many.
16.
Like in her wrap
I've read
up.
10 total this month, and not all of them have been. So 1, 2.
How do you read someone?
4, 5, 6. 6.
I don't think I've read that.
Sam, I don't think I've read that many all year.
Why fantasies? I
Yeah,
really
I
want to
did.
read them again, but I haven't.
I did 6 Crimson Cranes, which was good. After Love, which was good. These Hollow Vows. The Bright and the Pale, good. Forest of Souls. Gods and Monsters. And then Skyward, which it's sci-fi, YA. And then The Heart Principle, which was fun. And then The Girls I've Been. And I don't know why it's giving me The Heart Principle twice.
Nice.
I've only read 4 books this month, and one of them was The Blackest Heart, which I started in September.
I need to finish that still.
That's a long book, though.
It was a long book.
I've
have it on hold for that
read a
reason.
lot this month. I'm up. I don't know the number, but I've read a lot, but of
Because you're reading
varying genres.
And no series is.
Well,
Well,
no,
not many
I read Night Study.
Oh, yeah, you did read Study.
I read Night Study, and then I've almost finished this series.
Blackest Heart you caught up on.
Blackest Heart was last month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abby actually followed the the timeline, whereas
Wait,
we
we were supposed to be done in September?
we started in September.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, how is that possible? What is time?
And you thought we were going to get to mad shit this month. Girl, please.
Yeah. I've read a non-fiction, I've read romance, I've read thrillers, I've read a sci-fi.
Crazy.
I read a thriller. Kind of.
Have you finished the Ted Chiang short stories?
Yes, I finished that at the weekend.
Nice. How are you finding rating it? Are you rating it as a whole, or are you like rating each individual story and then?
I rated it as a whole, and I put, I don't really know how to review this. Cute. But yeah, I gave it 4 stars because there were some that were better than others.
Here's a question.
But yeah, no, I really liked it, and I said, my review was one of the most interesting and thought-provoking books I've read. I read these stories gradually over the last couple of months, and each one I read, and then I'd realize a few days later that I was still thinking about it. Like,
Nice.
you just keep thinking about them, like, all the time. They're just, like, Evie had the perfect word for them. They were like thought pieces or something. So like, it's not as though you're getting attached to, I mean, they're generally like 30, 40 pages, I think. So it's not like you're really getting attached to the characters, or like there's loads and loads of plot, but like the theories that it explores and like the thoughts that it explores are really interesting, and it's quite a dynamic story as well. Thought experiments. There you go. That's the.
There's a film that I watched years ago that does that kind of thing. It's like students in a philosophy class, and they do these thought experiments about cataclysmic events. I wish I could remember the name of it. It was really good. It had Ginny Weasley in it.
So
It's
there
not
is a
actually
film
her
based
name.
off one of the stories, which is called Arrival.
Arrival was so good.
Oh
I've
yeah.
not seen it though.
I've seen it.
Such a good film.
Hell is the
Judas
absence of God. That one was really interesting. I was reading it during the live show with Fish last week, and I was like, "What is going on here?" And I was like, "I don't know what to think about it." Like, it's hard. It's hard to talk about a short story because it's so short that whatever you say could be a spoiler.
Yeah.
It deals a lot with religion. That one. I guess you could tell by the name. But yeah. And religion, it was more like angels existed in that world, and angels would come down to earth and perform miracles, but their miracles would also cause harm. Yes. But yeah, I really enjoyed like not reading them all back to back. I enjoyed like reading a story in between other books. I feel like if I'd read them straight through, I'd have got like a bit burnt out on them. So it was really good just interspersing them gradually over the couple of months.
Yeah, I was thinking of picking up a short story collection, but I was looking more towards horror because it was spooky season, but we're almost out of spooky season. So I guess it's spooky season all year round. But Leslie keeps on talking about what one wouldn't do, which is like a anthology of horror short stories. So I might get that a go.
Yeah, I think I'll definitely give Exhalation a go, and I think Ken Liu has the Paper Menagerie collection that I'd be interested in.
Is that the one with the origami tiger on the cover?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And the author of the books that got the really pretty editions from Broken Binding.
Yes.
The Dandelion Dynasty?
Yes.
Which I also really want to read.
At least those covers are going to be in the paperbacks. So.
Yeah, I'm thinking when I do read the series, I will get those really nice new paperback covers that they're releasing.
They're lovely.
Did you get the Broken Binding one?
No, I couldn't. Like, it's one thing getting the Basement Fallen based off of the first book, and it's another thing just buying a whole set and you haven't read any of them.
I've done that.
Okay.
How many buddies have been organized in this?
A lot.
You need like a little counter.
The name of that film was After the Dark.
I recognize that.
Oh. Look at the little.
Evie, I feel like you and Angela are good buddy readers because you're so. I was about to say, like, not your analysis always provides extra depth that I don't get when just reading by myself.
Okay. Run away.
Wow, is it pet? Let me go try and find Harvey. Be right back.
I have no idea where Starkey is.
That I have no pet to.
You could
Break. He's not here. He's out.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought about that too. I was like, he's not home.
No, his friends have taken him out for dinner.
That is nice. For his birthday.
so at least you know that you're not going to get a McDonald's delivery.
Well, hopefully he's been well fed. So I would really hope not.
I'm so excited for the love hypothesis now.
I accidentally woke him up.
Oh, look at the little baby.
Oh, thank you.
I get overly excited about dogs. I know, pretty little face. Oh.
No, he's too interested in me. Thank you.
So cute.
Oh,
He is
he's
a popular dog.
Oh, so sleepy.
The dogs are so cute. It's just like it's just giving you love.
Give me lots
Yeah.
of love.
It's like you wake up a dog and all they want is to give you all their love. You wake up a cat and they're like, bitch, fuck off.
It is. Why are cats? They're so funny though. Like they get so scared, about anything. Like, the tiniest noise has them jumping like this. You're like, and then there's dogs. They're just always
Sometimes mine will just like decide something that's literally been there, like their whole life is suspicious for no reason. Like all of a sudden, this one thing is just extremely suspicious. Like that's literally been there for 3 years. It's always been there. Why do you now have a problem with it? I don't understand.
They're funny.
And the thing with cats is when they do give you attention, you feel like the biggest honor has been bestowed upon you.
Yeah. Like he only gives me attention when we go to bed because then I lay on my back and he comes like this, he puts his head here and then
he used to do that.
yeah, he used to do that as a little kitten and then he was like basically a scarf and then now he's just too long. So and then I'm like, oh, this is my moment of honor, oh, then I can caress him and then he's like, okay, fine, now I'm done. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Evie, if only my cats behaved in that way. To be fair, like if I walk into the room and they've just woken up by themselves, that's what they do. But if I wake them up,
Then there's no.
Like, well, this is payback for every day when you wake me up at 6 a.m. because you want breakfast.
Yeah, because you want food.
Every day.
Oh, the doggo. Oh. It's so cute.
Your house is so nice.
I know. I want to be in that house right now with the doggo.
Yeah, preferably with Harvey.
Yes. Look. Oy. So today, Melvin and I were on a walk and we were discussing when we get a dog what we should name him. Of course, my suggestion was Kaladin, and he said no. And I was like, what would you name our dog? And he said Waffle. I was like, Waffle?
Waffle.
we need to talk about this.
How would you shorten it as well? Like Waffle?
Waffy.
Well, if it's Paladin, you can shorten it to Cow.
And then what? Like it's been naughty or she like Waffle. It doesn't sound, you can't get very stirred with Waffle.
I told him I don't think Waffle is the best idea because Starkey is obviously from Game of Thrones, the Stark family. And so we're like, so the cat gets a badass name for a badass show, and then the dog is Waffle. Like, if they could speak, the dog would tell us, "Thanks, guys. But yeah.
Well, it's like, when they're good, you can be like, waffle with chocolate, yay! And then when they're bad, waffle with nothing.
No.
Dry Waffle.
Dry.
You're a plain ass waffle.
Not an option anymore. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to pick a name for your pet, I feel like.
I don't know why. It took us ages to pick their names.
And then there's my Dutch teacher, and her cat is named Meow.
That's inventive.
Meow.
Meow.
Well, that was
French, she named her cat Neko, which is cat in Japanese. So I was like, that's also very creative.
Harvey's named after Harvey Kinkle from Sabrina the Teenage Witch, like the 90s original. I haven't actually watched the Netflix one. Is Harvey in that one?
I haven't watched that one. I only watched the original one.
Yeah. I think it suits him. He's staring at me saying, "Why am I locked in the lounge with you?" Right, you want to go back
Harvey,
to
you have to
advertising?
read too.
Yeah. Come on then. Okay. Oh, you want to play? You want to play?
Cute. Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, wait, wait.
Can you call it bed?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, Shinji and Haruki have human names. They just happen to be Japanese human names.
Did you finish Squid Game, Sophia?
I did.
Did
I
you see
found
the
the ending.
ending coming?
I didn't. No, but the very, very ending, I was like, really?
Charles.
Yeah.
I would never.
I think that's quite a mature name for a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Like that could have gone much worse. It could have
Could've
been
been
That
waffle.
could have got much worse. Could have
You would
been.
expect Melvin to say Charles and the 5-year-old to say waffle.
I swear
we
that my
read for a bit
sisters
again?
decided to.
What were you saying, sisters?
I was just going to say, I think my sisters decided to call her future dog like Bob or something.
Bob. That's like. I hope there's no Bobs around, but
No.
that's the worst name there is. Bob. Bob. Like it just sounds like.
They want to get a pug and call it Bob.
I grew up with a pug, and he was called Derek. Like, that's
I
should
could be
not have
making
been
that up.
Derek.
Better than Bob. Anything's better than Bob.
Oreos are cute.
Oh, there you go.
Maybe our
My
naming
friend's
of
rabbit was
animals
called
gets
Oreo.
more and more juvenile as we age.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, should we read for a bit? I want Abby to finish her book.
Mm-hmm.
So you have
I'm gonna
70
start
pages
the love
left.
hypothesis.
I do, yes.
If we go until the hour, or do you want to add a bit?
I can go until the hour and then I'll probably have a little bit more to go afterwards.
Okay, so let's go until the hour and then we'll reconvene then.
Okay.
Cool. Happy reading,
Cool.
everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Abby, how far are you?
One second. Let me finish my page, please.
I will. I was almost falling asleep. It's 11 p.m. here, so I was like, ooh. But it is so good. I have this little left, like almost nothing.
Oh, you're so close.
I know, I have 60 pages left. 50. Wow. It's really good. I really like it. How is Love Hypothesis?
It's so good.
Yay!
Actually, I'm 42 pages in and I'm already obsessed.
Oh, yay.
That is such good news.
But can I just check? Because I got the audiobook and then I went to get the ebook. And I accidentally got the ebook of the same title but by a different author.
Yes.
So which one are you planning to read? Because I'm reading the one by
Ali Hazelwood.
That's the one. That's the one I'm reading. Okay, fine.
That's the new one that I'm planning to read.
Okay.
Because I had the book down as like for the videos where I do like comparing the US and UK covers.
Mhm.
And I had that book down for that video because when I looked it up, 2 covers came up. And it was only when I was midway through filming the video when I pulled it up and I was like, oh, that's a different author.
They had
But
really
you can change the author.
And the thing is, the other one with the same name came out like the beginning of this year or end of last year.
I
It's not
actually
like
like
it's an
that
old
cover
release.
better.
Let me go see.
I like Laura
Hi,
Stevens.
Sam
So
number
I literally
2.
bought the audiobook and the ebook. I was like, hang on, this is the wrong book, so I had to return it. Get the right one.
Also, I read
Did you get this one, the one by Laura Stevens?
Mhm.
That's the one, yeah.
But it's the fact that they both have like sciencey covers,
Yeah.
like test tubes, and
This is the thing, like I saw both of them in the Kindle like store, and I was like, and my Kindle displays the cover of the book I'm reading. So I thought they were just the same book with a different cover, same as Abby. And I was like, well, I like that cover better, so let me buy that one. And then I was like, oh shit, this is a completely different book.
I read 50 pages.
Same as
You're very close to the end.
Yeah.
I read 5%.
20 pages left.
20 pages. Oh, so close.
You can
So
mute us.
close.
You got this.
Yeah, like when you look at it like that.
Crazy.
And the thing is, at the end here, there's like loads of appendices. So it's not even like it's literally just that.
Yeah, it's like when I was reading my book this morning, I was listening to the audiobook on the way to, while I was getting ready for work, and then when I got to work. And then I hadn't quite finished it, but I didn't have much left. So I was like, I'm just going to sit at my desk and finish this before I start work. And I opened it up and I was like, how is this going to take like 20 minutes when there's like 5 pages? It's because there's some interview at the end of the audiobook. I was like, lie to me.
I've had that with 2 audiobooks this month. So I listened to When No One Is Watching, and then the audiobook, it was like, you've got an hour. It said I had an hour left, and then it was like the end, and I was like, okay, we've ended. I was like, but I was expecting for it to keep going. I was expecting like more of the ending, and now we're over. And then the same with I listened to a non-fiction, and it said I had over an hour left, and then I realised when I got to it that it was an hour of like appendices, and I was like, oh, okay, we have finished the book already. I thought I had so much more to go.
I kind of had something similar with Assassin's Apprentice in that I didn't realise that the ebook had like a good chunk of Royal Assassin on the end, and I was getting really confused because my audiobook was constantly like 10% ahead of the ebook, and I ended up finishing the ebook at 80%. Like it's like 40% of the book wasn't even the book. Because I was worried. I was like, is there something wrong with my audiobook? Like, is it just going to cut out?
Mine said Wings of Shadow, but I had my Kindle out, so I started Bone Shard Emperor. That's also cool.
I really need to. Wait, is that out?
I didn't
No,
know.
it's not. I remember so I'm looking forward to that. That's like another November release. There's so many November releases.
Oh, I know. There's so many.
I still need to read the Bone Shard Daughter.
Me too.
I was really bad when I was in Liverpool. So I bought the Prison Healer just based off of the cover, and then when I was in Liverpool, I saw the Gilded Cage was out, and the cover was also pretty. So I also bought it, even though I haven't read the first one yet. But they look very nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Just jumping straight into the sequel. Yeah, there's so many books.
I really liked The Prison Healer.
Jenny really liked it as well.
I own it. I haven't read it.
I now own it as well. It was for 99 cents on Kindle the other day, so I bought it.
Nice.
And you may or may not have access to the audiobook also.
Yes, I remember. Sophia provides.
To be fair, this is completely off topic, but I literally can't say the word or hear the word perhaps anymore without thinking of Alan. Like literally every time. It's just Alan pops up in my head.
Perhaps. Oh, because of
perhaps. Like, damn it, Alan! Get out of my head.
I know that's a word.
My knowledge of the plot is that it's about a healer in a prison.
Yep. Same.
Pretty much, yeah.
And maybe there's a Gilded Cage in book 2.
Alan really
I don't
genre for me. Like I can't hear genre without
genre.
Genre.
No, for me, it's the way he says blood, because I never realized he said blood weird until we had a live show, the Cosmere Unbounded live show for Alloy of Law, and then Stephanie pointed it out that he said blood weird, and I was like, oh yeah, now I hear it. Yeah. It's so weird, and like sometimes you know, like I want to tell some of my in real life friends about stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then I was talking to Abby, and I'm like, oh yeah, but they don't know who Abby is or who Alan is or who Sophia. They don't know these people. So then, yeah. It's weird. But some of my friends think it's weird that we do these kinds of things like reading sprints. They're like, so you just all sit together and read in silence.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first got into shelf space and the reading sprint started, I was just like, who would do this?
You apparently. I mean, do you remember when I hosted reading sprints? My dad came into the chat. No, he didn't come into the chat. He came into my messages, and he was like, "What's going on, Abby? This looks like riveting entertainment on your channel today." I'll see if I can find his message. It was so funny.
I remember this.
I mean, it must be quite funny if you just stumble across one of these streams in the middle of a sprint. Imagine
there's just all four of us
just happening.
reading.
Literally reading. Like, what are these people doing?
I know. But it's so fun. It's like, I don't know, it's just so fun. And I like the we do half an hour, 40 minutes, whatever.
Oh, I found his message. I have to say, this live reading sprint makes for riveting viewing. It's just non-stop action.
It's in my head.
Because for the Kindle readers, you don't even get the satisfaction of the page turn. We're just there constantly still. Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm giving you a wave. Don't worry, I'm off now. Embarrassing father.
So cute. My husband is home from work and he's always like, "What are you doing? It's silent, but you're logged in anyway. No one is even talking." Yeah, for sure.
I have
My boyfriend
noticed
doesn't get it either. But
I've
Or
noticed
anything.
when I do them on my channel, people do like switch it off until the time that we said and then come back.
Really?
if I'm watching on my phone, I do that
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I don't always have my laptop open. So I might have my phone on, which is where I watch most YouTube. And then
So
I will switch the sprint off so that my phone's just not like draining battery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're like 4 hours long sometimes. So that would be Yeah.
Sometimes. We've
sometimes.
been going for 3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah, especially if you're doing immersion reading, then you have to get out because sometimes you have your phone, like the audiobook on your phone, and then you cannot be in the sprint and all that.
Yeah.
Once.
Yep.
I'm really tired now.
Yeah.
This is so good.
You're making me
So
want to
good.
read it.
Literally,
Join us.
so good.
Join us.
I will wait until she finishes the audiobook and then it's my
You
turn.
don't have to.
I
You
don't?
have to. You just no. As long as you don't change my settings, it's fine.
That cover is so beautiful. It's such a beautiful shade of blue.
But
Oh, what?
Oh,
No.
TikTok. Not just
it's
a
not
sticker,
even
but a
now on
TikTok
Netflix
sticker.
or Prime. It's the TikTok sensation. How can it be a TikTok sensation when it's not? When it's only released yesterday?
To be fair, that's what it was called in the Kindle store as well. It was like the new TikTok set. I was like, why does this need to be in the title? I don't care.
Bye, Adrian.
Bye.
It's got a good smell.
Yeah, the one I was reading yesterday and this morning had a good smell. This one has no smell. Nope. Nothing.
There's not
I've got
much
nothing.
out of this, but this one. Oh, this one's going to be a pleasure to read.
You're so cute.
Leslie would
talking-
be proud.
Yeah, Leslie would be proud. I was talking with Abby about this. How do you guys feel about owning, like, I don't know, because I mostly read fantasy, then I'm like, I don't want to waste shelf space on getting, like, romance novels. But now I'm getting into romance, and I'm like, I kind of want to own some of my faves.
I don't read romance, so I don't have that problem.
Because they don't come in pretty hardback, that's why.
No. Although I even though I buy in hardback, I usually read the ebook. Unless
Yeah,
like
hardbacks are heavy.
heavy, and then like a lot of them. So I've got the Prison Healer because I got it for 99p as well. So I'll probably just listen to it. And read it on my Kindle. Because also, sorry.
No, I was going to say, like, I mean, previously I'd only ever had read romance on my Kindle. But I was really not in a Kindle mood this month, which is why I bought some physical ones. And then I was thinking about buying some of my favorite ones.
Yeah. That cover though is so stunning. So I'm like, now I kind of.
So, Joanna, what you need to do is on your Audible app, go to the profile page, go to settings, and change it so that it doesn't sync across devices. And then we can both listen at the same time without it affecting our position.
Okay, thank you. Let me do that.
Oh yeah. I don't think thrillers. I'm talking about Sam's comment. Yeah. Rereading. That's a good point. And I think it's I have reread romance because I've reread The Hating Game, and I feel like I would reread Beach Read and people we meet on vacation.
So good.
But I don't think I've ever reread a thriller.
Right. Well then, because usually it's a twist, except for that book we read, and then if you know the twist,
that just didn't go anywhere.
yeah. What was it called?
Sounds like a Wheel of Time book. Was that The Eye of the World? Sorry.
Yeah, it was in Robert Jordan wrote a thriller.
What was it called? Behind Closed Doors.
Yes.
Yeah. Oof.
Disappointing.
Stay behind closed doors.
The thrillers can be so disappointing if you like. I don't know. And a romance, you know how it ends because you know they end up together, but it's a romance. That's why you read it.
But it still makes me so stressed. Even though I know that they're going to end up together, I'm still so stressed.
That's why you read them so quickly, because you're like, I've got to know how it's going to happen.
Yeah. Wait, Abby, so you read this month Spanish Love Deception?
It happened one summer.
Okay.
And this next. Yeah.
Yeah, I've read The Heart Principle this month, which I liked.
That one's on my TBR. That's the Helen Huang, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard it's a bit hard hitting though.
Not really.
You didn't cry at Hob. Who are you to talk, Sophia?
Well,
yes,
no, that's a good point.
Okay, well, some people have said it's hard hitting, and so when I was in my very much romance mood, I wanted like cute, fluffy, and so I didn't reach for it.
Does
It's got some heavy topics, but it's still cute.
Does Song of Achilles count as a romance?
Yeah,
I would say yes.
Okay, well then I've read a romance.
Because that one is very that's so good.
And I gave it 5 stars. It made me ugly cry. It made me snot. Like it was a poor like moment of me just like sobbing.
I don't think I've ever done that.
Hello, Katrina. I love Katrina.
I think the closest I ever got. The closest I've ever got is certain scenes in the last Harry Potter book and a certain scene in... Actually, I think it's the Amber Spyglass near the beginning. I won't.
Has Sanderson ever made you cry?
No.
How? I was sobbing.
But, I mean, when I cried a little bit on those... No, actually, that's not true. That's not true. The last reread of Hero of Ages, I did cry.
I remember.
Yes. Yeah.
It's worse when you're out and about with your audiobook and you start crying and it's like, what was it?
I had that when I had that on my reread of Empire of Gold, and I was in the supermarket and I was just like, hold it together, Abby. Hold it together. Stop. I was like trying to do my food shop like.
I still need to watch your video, Sam, about the well-essentially Hero of Ages. So I can't wait to see your reactions. I'm so excited because Ali is reading the Hero of Ages soon, and I'm so excited for her.
I've only read the trilogy once, and I can't remember books 2 and 3.
Maybe your memory is like mine, Sam.
I was about to say.
Because you know how I completely mixed up different points of that series.
It's a blur. I remember book 1 really well, but I think because it was like a self-contained and then book 2 and 3, I remember like snippets, but I wouldn't be able to like put like a timeline down. I can't even really remember how it ends.
Well, I thought I already knew how it ended. I was like, I know how this series ends when I was rereading it. I was like, it's fine. I remember the ending. So clear, vivid as day. Got to the ending. I was like, this didn't happen the first time I read the book.
Changed.
I was like, this book has changed. It's the same edition, but this is not how it ended.
That reminds me, One time when I was babysitting, when I was way younger, and then one of the kids was like, "Oh, I want to watch this movie," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then it was a family with like 5 kids, and so I was babysitting all of them, and they were all okay. Want to watch the movie? And then one of the kids was like, "Oh yeah, because this and this and this happens in the movie," and I was like, jokingly, I said, "Oh, wait to spoil it," and he's like, "Maybe it changed since the last time I watched it. I don't know." And he was like a little 4-year-old kid. I was like, "Maybe it did change." It is almost impossible to predict what happens in those.
Yeah. Unless you reread it and then you spend the entire book like, how did I not see it coming? Why am I so stupid?
Mm-hmm.
Every time.
Have you ever like unwittingly reread a book before, and you spend the whole book like, this is really familiar, and like you got like constant sense of déjà vu. Like I swear
I've done that recently.
I've read this before, and then you realise you have read the book before.
Yeah, I've done that recently. It's like I've mentioned before, I really like the Black Dagger Brotherhood series by J.R. Ward, and there's like 17 or something books now, and I couldn't remember which was the last one I read, and so I looked at them. I was like, I'm pretty sure I haven't read this one, and then I was reading it. I was like, have I read this? I feel like I've read this, but I don't know what's going to happen. So it was a reread, but I did not know until I got to the end, and I was like, yeah, I read that before.
Yeah.
I realised, I was like, not only have I read that one before, but I've also read the 2 after that one. So that was a fail. Oh well.
So I don't know if you guys still want to read, because I'm really running out of steam. It's creeping up on midnight for me.
Yes, it's late for you. I mean, I'm going to finish my last 20 pages before I go to bed, but I'm happy to do that off camera or on camera or whatever. But I'm going to finish the book before I close my eyes.
That's a good idea.
I'm
How are you
definitely
liking
gonna
the
read
trilogy?
more.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a really solid trilogy. I've liked it.
Okay.
I couldn't progress any further because I couldn't get my hands on it. Because I could. Wait, this is Crown and Feathers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So the first book is on ebook, and then the rest aren't. And
That's
then
because they stopped publishing it in the UK, so I had to get US editions for the second and third one.
And then I was waiting on the box set there, and I pre-ordered it, and then they were like, "Oh, actually, this was supposed to come out in November, or it's supposed to come out in November." So I completely missed the boat with Vish's read along, but I'll get there eventually.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I wanted to read them too, and then I didn't.
Yeah, they're very solid YA books, and I feel as though like there's a lot of like YA aspects to them. Like there's YA tropes and stuff, but a lot of it, like the world building is quite adult. Like it's quite a vast, expansive world,
Nice.
and it's multiple POV, so it's got like those aspects of adult, but still with a YA, I guess, writing style and tropes.
Cool. I'm excited.
So if you're
I
wanting
really
an older YA book, then
Yeah.
I'd recommend it, or series.
I really liked book 1.
Yeah, I'd say they're all sort of like a very similar-ish like level. I think the second one has a slower start. I think it just depends on what you like. Like there's a lot of like character time, which was a bit slower, but it definitely built to the ending.
Nice.
But yeah, it's been a good series, and I can finally mark another series is finished.
Yay! That is success.
I'm going to try
I
and
haven't
finish.
even.
Sorry.
I was just going to say I haven't even looked at my series spreadsheet in a while. I can't do it because I've probably added more rather than taking any off.
I have there's so many that I want to finish before the end of the year. There's so many where I just have like one book left, like the Chronicles of Ixia. I just have one book. Graceling, I just have Bitter Blue because I'm considering that a trilogy. I'm not thinking about any new releases. Fall of Babel, Jade Legacy. Those are the ones where I just have like final books. And then I have the Serpent and Dove one where I have 2 books left. And I'm starting to wonder, like, can I do it? Can I finish all these things before the end of the year?
Yes.
Because we've got 2 series kicking off like in January, haven't we? We've got
I'm not thinking about that yet, Sam.
Sorry. But yeah.
I think I'm trying to finish things. And the thing is, I also want to continue things. Like, I want to read Words of Radiance.
Yes.
Yeah, you need to. It's my favourite.
Yes.
I want to read it.
The best book
Drop
ever.
everything else and read that. Nothing else matters.
Once I finish this, I'm going to have to really decide. I just don't know what to read after this.
Words of Radiance. I'm just gonna message you a message every day saying Words of Radiance. It's just all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna wake up, Words of Radiance. I'm gonna go to bed, Words of Radiance. Until you read it. Until you're no longer my friend, I think, because that's gonna happen sooner than you reading the book.
Words of Radiance. I cannot wait. Like, I'm really excited to read book 5, but I feel like I'm almost as excited, if not more excited, to reread the series after reading book 5, to have my mind just blown at all the foreshadowing. It's just gonna be
I'm
The amount of-
nervous for book 5.
The amount of foreshadowing that is in the earlier books that I didn't realise until I reread them was.
I know.
I just spent the whole time like, oh, how did I not see this? Like, some of it was literally written on the page what was going to happen, and I didn't.
Exactly.
But it's literally the
That's
same
why
with
it's gonna be
Mistborn.
so awesome.
So, Sophia, are you going to read book 5 when it comes out and then start again from the very beginning and reread the whole thing?
I'm going to be even more psychotic than that. I'm going to reread books 1 to 4 before 5 comes out, then read 5, and then go back and read all 5.
I love
So
you.
you're going to read like, well, probably like
basically the whole
6,000
Stormlight
pages.
archive, but just the first 5 books.
So you're reading 12,000
write
pages,
off
13,000
2023.
pages,
Yeah.
just in Stormlight Archive.
But the thing is like I can reread those books quite quickly and easily now because I've read the first 3 times each, and I've read Rhythm of War twice. So it's I don't really have to pay that much attention.
It's background noise, is it?
Well, not quite. And I still get to certain scenes. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, I literally know what's going to happen. And I'm still like, what if it changed since last time?
Well, you never know, it might. Your memory might have misremembered it.
Yeah.
I think it's unlikely at this point.
The Final Empire is background noise to me at this point. I love it so much.
Yeah, that's it.
I've read it so many times that I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
let's just go back to Luthadel quickly.
Yeah, but it's like when I was rereading Final Empire this last time, I was like, ooh, I love this scene. And then the next scene would start, and I'd be like, ooh, I love this scene. It's just like every single time a scene would start, I'd be like, ooh, this one's really good too.
Well, we'll see what happens, I guess, come, probably Monday, what I pick up.
Mm.
I might try and, finish one more series and then start it.
Which ones are the ones where you only have one book left?
The Chronicles of Ixia, so Dawn Study, Bitter Blue, or Fall of Babel. I have currently.
Because that's also an arc, right, that you have?
Yeah, but it's also very long.
Really?
So I think it's like 700 pages.
Jeez! I was not aware.
Which, that's why I was like, I don't know if I can quite read that before.
When does that come out?
Middle of November.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of time.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to pre-order the audiobook because the
I saw
audiobook's
this reel on.
Oh, okay. Actually,
reel
on
on
Goodreads it says
Instagram.
384 pages, but I'm sure it was
Well,
massive.
it's massive.
I think it's
that's
bigger
more
than that,
bigger.
yeah.
I've seen Evie and Alan hold the arc, and it's chunky.
It's a chunky monkey.
I'm going to try.
384 pages. That is not intimidating, but
Yeah.
688 pages,
That sounds more like it.
That's more like it.
and that's not a quick read.
Mm-mm.
How big is Assassin's Quest? Because I know it's big, because I've seen it in the.
Big.
Wait,
Shall I go get it? Hang on. Oh, Joanna's closer. We can get it.
it is
800 and something, no?
838.
I think I'm just going to go straight into Assassin's Quest and then treat that trilogy as a completed series and not see like it as
Yeah,
the realm.
It is. You can cut it like that.
it is.
But I was cheating because when me, Vish, and Abby have been reading the Ixia books, to make it less, make my list shorter, I just had it as one long 9-book series.
Whereas I broke it up into.
Whereas you
3
broke it
trilogies.
up. So you had the what's the word? Not pleasure.
Yeah,
Satisfaction of finishing like a series. Whereas it's like the never-ending series for me. Well, it's almost ended. We've only got one left.
yeah. I might read that one next because it won't take me very long.
Predictions?
Hmm?
Any predictions?
What for the final Ixia
Yeah, I
book?
haven't read any of them, so don't spoil me.
Oh, yeah, no.
I think I was like, how do I make a prediction for the final book without spoilers?
Oh,
I didn't think of that.
what are you guys going to read next year?
It's so good.
Next year.
Yeah.
Well, I know I'm
Green
reading
Rider.
Green Rider, and then we're reading Tab Williams, and then possibly the Michael J. Sullivan afterwards.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I forgot about that.
Empire of the First.
Is that the
that one.
Lyria ones?
The prequel ones.
Age
It's
of
like
Myth,
Age of
book
Myth.
one.
Age of it's
Age
like
of Empire.
Legends of the First Empire.
Legends of the First Empire.
Legends of the First Empire. Yeah.
So many books.
I only know of those because of Shoshana.
Yeah.
And then I need to
I'm
finish
doing
Dread.
sequels next month.
Well, hopefully I will get through all these sequels that I'm planning to finish before the end of the year, and then I can be all fresh and new for next year and focus on reading my physical TBR. I want to do like a sci-fi duologies blog at the beginning of the year because I have A Memory Called Empire, and I have the Parable of the Sower duology, and I have another one called Seven Devils, and they're all sci-fi duologies. So I thought I could do that as like a little thing.
I have that idea for YA fantasy because I have these Violent Delights, I have Ray Bear, and I have the Spin the Dawn and the We Hunt the Flame. So those could all work for that.
I also have Ray Bearer.
You do?
Mm. It was
Ray
£2.
Bear's
I
really
couldn't
good.
say no.
I need to read it.
Let's-
I need to read it. Oh wait,
The sequel
Abby.
is on offer on Kindle at the moment. It was like
Wow.
99p.
It was £2 for the paperback because
Wow.
Amazon were doing that 3 for £5 deal.
Oh, yeah, I did get the Fortress My Bone trilogy in the end, by the way.
Are you liking it? Abby, I meant to tell you, I forgot. I'm buddy reading Mask of Mirrors in December with my friend Sarah from Kind of Insanity on Bookstagram. So I know you want to read it. So if you want to read.
I do really want to read that before the end of the year.
So we're reading it in December, I think.
Okay. Well, if I haven't got to it before then, which I probably won't because, I keep delaying it. But, yes.
Yeah, Ray Bear.
So Ray Bear's a duology. I wasn't sure if it was like finished or if it was a trilogy or.
Yeah, Sophia.
That's a duology.
Oh, okay.
I
That
haven't read
makes
them
it
both. I
easy
haven't
to
read
fit in.
Redemptor yet.
You
I
haven't?
will probably read Redemptor next month.
So next month you're planning to do a whole finishing series thing?
Well, it'll probably last about as long as the whole reading my book box books does.
But
I
you
usually
did
get
well
about
with that, didn't
halfway
you?
through the month. Yeah. So I usually get about halfway through the month with a theme, and then I lose steam. So that's probably what will happen again.
You're a poet.
And I didn't know it.
Yeah,
got
well,
my,
I started the month thinking I'm going to finish all these series, and then I fell down my I don't want to read any fantasy book rabbit hole, and only just coming out of it.
That makes sense.
Which is funny because was it the month before, you kept on saying you really wanted to get your teeth into
A really big epic fantasy.
That's
Yes.
funny.
It's how moods change.
Maybe I'm just mentally preparing myself for Words of Radiance, getting all the other genres out of my system until I go into the epic of the epic.
Well, to be fair, you did read Blackest Heart, and that was
I
like
did.
a 3-course meal, 5-course meal, but like
8-course degustation.
yeah.
And Sophia, you still want to start Empire of the Vampire this weekend?
Oh, okay.
That face.
She's like,
After
no.
I finish this. I mean, I will tell you,
Yes.
I am going to DNF that so quick if I don't like it.
That's fine.
Because I just don't have it in me. I hated Nevernight, and I made myself read the whole gosh darn thing. And I still, to this day, I don't know why. I don't know why. I kept
love that.
thinking that it would get better, and it just didn't. And then I did the exact same thing with Gideon the Ninth. I was like, maybe it gets better. Everyone says it's great. Wrong. Not for me.
Oh, I love Nevernight.
I feel like you two generally agree on things, but to hear how much you disagree on Nevernight.
Yeah, I
don't
love
think
the
we agree on
trilogy.
things that often. Do we?
Hob,
I really-
Hob,
Well, apart from
Samson.
Hob.
And
Hob and
Sanderson.
Sanderson. They're exceptions.
What else? No, I feel like
And
we agree
Parent
on more
MC.
things. Or maybe not. Yeah. No, we
Maybe we
read the
do.
same stuff and we take a completely different thing out of it. Like when we read the Hunger Games trilogy together, and then
Oh yeah.
we talked about Mockingjay,
She
and you
loves
were like,
the
"I hate
ending, and I'm
the
like,
ending.
it's
I
awful.
love it.
I've always hated it. No.
I like people to die."
But
In my
then,
books.
like,
No, that
you
was
don't
the
give
wrong
romance
death.
books
It was
5
the wrong
stars.
death.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the wrong death, but at least there was one death.
At
No,
least
there was not one
it wasn't
death.
as bad. At least it wasn't as bad as the end of the Divergent trilogy.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
okay, we
just
agree on that.
so dumb. So
I love
dumb.
that they never even finished the films.
I know, they were just like, it's not worth it. Nobody
There you
wants
go.
that ending anyway.
Right.
Oh boy.
I don't think I've ever seen a franchise that they just didn't bother finishing it through.
Well, Firefly.
Oh, what?
That's
But
kind
then
of a
that's
sore
kind of,
spot.
yeah.
There's a few where they've only done the first book.
Yeah.
They never did all the Percy Jacksons, did they? And they never did.
No, but they've rebooted that, haven't they? Percy Jackson.
Maybe they have.
I think it's like.
But they're only one book off,
maybe
weren't they?
Yeah. Well, with Divergent, they weren't even a whole book off. They were half a book off. They decided to do that stupid split the last book in 2 thing. It's like, I don't know why you would do that, because that book is already stupid.
So, I can't really, that's even worse that they split it in 2 and then do the other.
It's ridiculous. Oh boy. They just wanted to be Hunger Games so bad that they were like, we're gonna also split the
And
last book in
Twilight.
2.
That
Yeah.
was the era of because I think Deathly Hallows was around the same time as well, so they were all doing it. And then they went and did 3 for The Hobbit because they were like, you know what, if you all can get away with it, we're going to go even harder.
And the thing is, The Hobbit's not even that big of a book.
It's so stupid. There's so much stuff in those films that doesn't happen in The Hobbit. I'm like, there were no orcs. What are you doing? Like, seriously.
you get more nice visuals and nice music, so it's fine.
It was very pretty.
It's because the Tolkien family told them this is it. We're not giving you license to do any more after this one. So they were like, okay, we've got to make it 3.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew, welcome back.
Yeah, we're still here.
Yeah, my on the topic of the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, I think my dad said he was like, the Lord of the Rings, they took 3 quite woolly books and made them into 3 concise films. Whereas the Hobbit, they took 1 book and made 3 very woolly films.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly.
It is almost midnight for me. We're going to be signing off very soon here because I am struggling to even pay attention to what you guys are saying. That's how tired I am. I'm like, what are they talking about? Whoa,
She's tired.
whoa.
It's just because she's trying to ignore us.
Yes.
Who said that?
The internet's cut out soon. See? that could have gone better.
Amazing. You're a wizard, Sam.
And then money rained down from the sky. No.
You need to go outside, Sam, and see if it's raining outside.
I mean, you could just knock your books off your shelves and stand to them.
Yeah, that is my paychecks.
It's the same for us all. It's okay.
I have spent I don't know if I spent that much money on books this month. I've just bought a lot of books for very cheap prices.
I guarantee that you have not spent as much money on books this month as me.
Well, that's impossible.
It's literally impossible.
You bought the leather bound, didn't you?
I did.
Which leather bound?
The leather-bound Way of Kings that was re-released.
They re-released it? Oh.
So I'd be like,
wasn't that they re-released it?
Didn't know about it.
I have mixed feelings about the leather bounds. Stormlight Archives. I both like them and I dislike them. But I think it's just they remind me of old books. Which I don't
That's why I love them, I think.
I don't know, but
That's why I love them. It's also the gilded edges. I can't resist a gilded edge. I really can't.
It's the rich man sprayed edge.
Mm-hmm.
Why have a sprayed edge when you could gild it? I mean, it's shiny.
Okay. My friends, I think I'm gonna go let Abby finish her book, and I'm gonna go sleep. Thank you guys so much for.
I didn't. Sophia's going to be up for hours reading her book. Sophia's going to finish her book. Sophia's got to go finish her book too. Even though she's only 40 pages in, but.
I mean, I've only got 3 hours and 55 minutes left.
You gotta get ready for that by tomorrow morning.
And then you can read Magic.
Oh, sorry. Say what you were going to say before I close this off.
Oh, and then you can read Madship.
Well, apparently
Empire of the Vampire.
Empire of the Vampire next.
Or Empire of the Vampire.
You really don't have to read it with me. You know that, right?
It's
Yeah,
chunky.
It's really fat. It's going to be so heavy.
You don't have to read it with me.
Reader problems, I tell you.
If you want to talk about heavy books, Words of Radiance. That book is heavy.
Yeah.
You could have bought the floppy US paperbacks, but no.
No, I went for aesthetics.
I've got the US hardback and they're heavy.
Have we lost Joanna?
She's just on the horizon.
Well, I guess we're staying here.
Yeah.
That, or she was like, "You fuckers will not let me go to bed. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna bounce, and you're gonna have to stay here."
What happens to a live show if you're not there to cut it off?
It carries on.
It goes on.
Yeah, Alexandra Rosalind did that once. She was in a live stream and she was like, "Okay, bye guys," and she just shut her laptop. And she was like, "Shit, I meant to end the stream." She went back. And they just sat there like, where did she go?
I don't know what to do now.
Well, this is
Impromptu sprint, go.
Okay, I think this was my internet telling me, please get off. Oh my god.
we thought you might have just fallen asleep like mid, because you were like this, or it was like your eyes were half closed. And...
Wonderful content. Well, I'm gonna sign us off before this happens again. So, thank you guys so much for joining me in these reading sprints. It was lovely to hang out with you. And back to close the stream. Perfect timing. And thank you so much, everyone in the comments who was here and who participated. And don't forget to check out Sam's Instagram and Sophia and Abby's channels if you haven't already. And until next time, happy reading. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.